Hey, everything was going on. My family was good with y'all, man. It's your boy Trap Vision 3D, man. You know it, your favorite nephew. Hope everybody's doing well right now, man. I know this social distancing and a lot of stuff has been shut down, but I pray that everybody's doing what they can to be safe, washing hands and stuff like that, man. For those that's off work, man, dude, praying for y'all, man, because I know how hard this is gonna be for the next few weeks for us, man. But in the meantime, man, listen, we connect still. We can still connect. Man, I want to give honor to all the people that's been rocking with your boy, man. Be the Difference Clothing, John the Phone Guy, Tommy Big Time, Invictaholics, the Invicta Cruisers, so on and so forth, man. My girl Lisa from Carter's Eat, man. Oh my gosh, there's so many people, man. And if you find yourself here on the channel and you look through the comments and stuff down there, pick somebody out the bottom of that that's leaving comments, man, and connect with them, man, because we're going to need each other during these times right now, man. So I had nothing but time on my hands, right? And I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm looking through videos. I'm watching some, man, I just saw this new video, man. It's hilarious. People killing the TikTok challenges, the dances and stuff like that. And I'm going to keep with my watches, man. I mean, I'm not collecting anything right now. I'm on a pause right now because of the situations that's happening, man. So, but I am looking at the overall, man, like what got me here. You know what I'm saying? And you saw the title, man. Like, collecting watches, you saw the title. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have a wristwatch in your collection. And I'm gonna say this. I've talked to people that say, hey, I hate having a watch on my wrist. Get a pocket watch. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Or you can buy the watch and put it in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the actual variation, man. You could take the straps off and just, you know, holding your hand. I've seen people do that. You know, my man Godfather, he don't wear the watch like how people do right here, military style. You know what I'm saying? Where the face is right up under there. He's looking dead at it. You know what I mean? He just turn, good to go. You know what I mean? That's his style. That's how you rock it, man. But I think everybody should own a wristwatch. If you guys scour YouTube, man, there are a number of YouTubers that say, hey, here's the 7 reasons why you should own a watch. Here's the 10 reasons why you should own a watch. And Trap Vision is gonna give you the reasons why. I remember when I was younger, I was at the airport, and my mom was going out there. She was working at O'Hare Field, and there was this guy, business suit, had this this briefcase, and I looked at his watch, man. And I was like, wow, it was silver, had like some gold inlays in it, man. Oh, forgive me, y'all, my bad. I didn't do wristwatch check, man. I didn't do a watch check. So you already know what it is, man. Like on the thumbnail, this is a Grand Diver. Not just any Grand Diver, man. Two-tone, got the mother of pearl. Here, I'll even take it off so you can get a closer look, man. It's a 15th anniversary, boy. Automatic. Lovely piece. Oh, yeah. You see that gold on the back of it, man. You see the Invicta rotor. And, of course, it got the Grand Diver inscribed. Grand Diver. Yep. So, anyway, that was one of my first just experiences with a watch. And of course, I shared with you guys my first watch that I've ever owned was a Star Wars watch that my godfather got me. And that's just it, man. That's just it. Watches versus cell phones. And this is what you'll hear on these channels that these YouTubers are talking about. Cell phones are cool. They're very, I mean, I will not front. Like a cell phone, I could pull that bad boy up and say, hey, you know what? How do I get to Toledo? Or, you know, what's the temperature today? You know, calorie counting. You know, hey, just entering all this information, and it is a form of horology. And you know what? That was one of the YouTubers I was looking at had mentioned that. He said, you know, for the sake of horology, you guys need to own a watch. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of people that I know didn't know what horology was. They just, like, they said, man, I just wear a wristwatch, man. Some people got into the watch game because they saw, you know, the guy on the block, you know what I'm saying, the homie on the block had a nice watch, you know what I'm saying. A lot of times there's a Rolex, go Rolex. And that was the D-boys. That was the guys that was out there making money, making moves out there on the street. And that was a status of like, hey, look, I've arrived, I got that money, just like anybody else, man. You call me the young Rockefeller out here, you know. So watches, as far as I'm concerned, from where I come from, has always been a status of power or money, right? I just enjoyed it when I learned how to tell time. Hey, because the digital watch is real easy to look at. It's simple, you know, and it don't necessarily have to be an Invicta watch, man, because y'all know on my channel, man, I'm gonna say 99% of the watches I show on my channel are Invicta, you know, and I like Seiko watches, man. Dude, my cousin owns a Rolex, and I think it's a pretty nice Rolex too. It's he got stones in it and everything, pretty nice. I wouldn't buy one, and it's not because of the price. Besides, I really, you know, I think this is, I do have a couple 44 millimeters. Matter of fact, let me show you something real quick. Now, when it comes to watches, people within the community that I'm rocking with, man, they don't get down with those small watches. I have a smaller watch. This is part of the artist design through Invicta, right? See how small it is? But you know one thing that I like about this watch that my wife got me this. She asked me, she said, "Did you like that watch?" I said, "Yeah, it reminds me of like those old school TVs, you know, back in the day. I used to watch Jackie Gleason." That may be more than what you guys know about. Some of y'all too young, y'all don't know nothing about it. Or then you want to get into like Star Wars, right? I like Star Wars. One of the greatest enemies, one of the greatest bad guys in history would be Darth Vader. I got Darth Vader on the watch, and then I got Millennium Falcon on the other one, right? These are timepieces, right? Man, it has a lot of character in it, man, so you can collect for whatever reason you want. You know, some people get into collections to, you know, for investments. That's not everybody. Some people get it, you know, to match clothing up, you know, and dude, a lot of Invicta people that I know, oh, they can dress. Oh, they can dress. Scotty B's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Tony White, man, he gets up and do his thing, man. You know what I mean? That's a Tony White do sign right there. He's going to be on his porch with his timepiece, his shoes, his whole outfit, man. And he's just like, that's the vibe right there, man. That's what, like, one of the reasons why you own a watch, man. Neighbors, calm down, relax. Go back in the house, social distance. Yeah, I need my space. Second, I mean, I'm not giving you a number of reasons, like, you know, how they counted it down 1 through 10, but I'm just telling you, another thing is collecting a watch, leaving something for your children, or like, that's your legacy. What's your legacy? You know, one thing that my kids gonna know, like, man, yeah, my dad collected Invicta watches like crazy. He was ferocious with it, and they'll get to understand, hey, Dad, why did you collect watches, man? Like, what was it? These watches, man, they attach me to something. Like, here, I give you one right now. The graffiti. This is a watch that everybody does not get into this. Some people, like, they'll look at this and like, hey, that's repulsive. That's too big. It's blah, 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 whatever. But when I look at it, I say, you know what? This reminds me of home. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, man, and I used to watch the L train go by, and they had graffiti all over it. If there was a semi-truck trailer parked in one of those lots and it's been there for a minute, it had graffiti on it. Man, we drove downtown, graffiti everywhere. It was graffiti on the side of houses and buildings. It's something that I'm accustomed to, you know, and I even got into, like, trying to do my own graffiti, drawing and stuff like that. Well, years ago, I went in my grandma's basement, and it was a part that she didn't go in. I actually spray painted down there, had my own graffiti. I was going to blame it on one of my brothers. I'm like, Grandma, you know I can't do nothing like that. The other thing to watch is, man, if you like a particular team, like the Bears, then we can go back and forth for, you know what I'm saying, like, whose team better, you know, who has a better record, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I'm attached to the Bears. And I walk in with this watch right here. They're like, oh, man, that's nice, man. I love the craftsmanship on it. What is that material? It's wood. If you into that type of stuff, a wood watch, that's a whole conversation. Even the dial and the bezels made out of wood. Invicta took their time to craft this out, and this is probably one of the best designs that they have right now. Last but not least, for those people that get off into the movements, if you are a big person on movements or automatic and stuff like that, this is the newest watch to my collection, right? And this thing holds a couple of features, man. It's a reserve model, so it's like at the top of their list of models that they have, that Invicta has, right? It has mother of pearl in there, which reminds me of my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother and my mom used to have pearls, so this is a memory. And then you have what they call a soda or Pepsi bezel right there, the red, white, and blue. for those you guys don't know, I'm do ex-military. You know what I mean? So that color right there holds a lot for me. Not a big fan of Pepsi, even though I tease John about it. But I mean, there's a lot, because the movement in here is one of like a stout movement, and I didn't know about it until actually John the phone guy put me up on game with this watch. One of the smoothest movements that Invicta has in a lineup next to a Salida. Now, with that being said, y'all, technology is beautiful. And with all the springs and levers and all the technology that goes into this little simple timepiece right here, it won't fail you with an automatic, all right? A cell phone requires energy every few hours. It requires you to plug in. It requires you to do updates. This right here, if you have an automatic, you wind that thing up, you good to go as long as you got time. And seeing that we're in a very tough time right now, you know, I can give you this, man. I went through some stuff with my Sprint, you know what I'm saying, the company. You know, like AT&T, my internet wasn't working. This thing goes out of power, it fails. If we didn't get an update, I'm done. I don't know what time it is. This is simple. I can boom. You got to search for the cell phone. Again, I'm not knocking the cell phone because it is a great piece of technology, but I'm telling you, guys, gals, moms, aunties, dads, uncles, everybody, family, you should have a watch. Get you a watch in your collection, man. You never know. And I tell you this, and it's based off of this Invicta cruise, you will meet more than just a friend, man. You will be eternally, like, you will be moved. You'll be entertained. You'll be loved. All that stemming from this little thing right here. Something that you can spend as low as, if you go on eBay right now or Amazon, you could buy a watch as low as $2. Like a quartz watch for $2. May not be the best movement in the world, but it's still a piece of technology that can get somebody's attention and hook you to somebody else. So family, that's my take on why you should own a watch. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm telling you, after that, man, like I said, I pray that everybody's doing fine. Please, y'all, man, keep in touch, man. And when you leave in comments below, man, what is it that you like about watches? What is it that you don't like about watches, man? Go ahead and leave a comment down there. And remember, you know what I'm saying? Talk with, I mean, you guys can talk. You don't have to just talk to me. You guys can just go ahead. If you're not subscribed, man, go ahead and subscribe, man. And I'm going to tell you like this. It'll go a long way. It will go a long way, man, because you're not just buying into a watch. You're buying into a community of people that actually care. Peace, some genuine folks in here, man. So, family, until the next live show, which will be later on today, your boy, I got to see y'all. I got to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk back and forth. You feel what I'm saying? But until then, family, man, y'all be blessed, man. I pray that America, the world, will overcome this, man, and we'll flourish again, man. From the ashes we rise, man. All right, family, holla at y'all later.